Captain Stacy Lewis joins us right now. Stacy, first of all, congratulations. You're an active player. You're a winning player as recently as a year and a half ago. How did this all come together, and why is this the right time now?
Well, it really probably started after Inverness. I know my name was being thrown around the mix. The tour actually called me in December and asked if I'd be interested. And I said, of course, who wouldn't want to be Solheim Cup captain? And, then I got a call. It was the first week of January from our commissioner, Molly, and she offered me the role. And, I immediately said yes, got the support of my family, and we've been off and running ever since. But I've had to keep it a secret now for about a month, so it's been killing me.
Now, you've played for 3 different captains. I'm curious, which of their styles will you take into the job?
It's a little bit of all of them. I think you learn a little bit from all of your experiences. Julie, really, I learned a lot from her. She had me involved in Germany and helping with pairings, and was always picking my ear about who I thought what could play well together, just because I knew people so well. I think you take a little bit of the pod system that they've used and try to modify it to be a little bit more flexible. But I do think there's a lot of things we've done right in the past few years, and we haven't won. But I do think there are some things that we can do better, and try to make it a better experience for the players.
Now, the Stacy Lewis I know is a fighter, a grinder, a baller, a player, a 13-time winner, former world #1, 2-time major champ, 4-time player in the Solheim Cup. Under any scenario, would you consider being a playing captain, considering how well you're still playing?
The last 2 weeks have kind of changed my thought on it a little bit. I immediately said, no, I'm not going to play. But if it comes down to it, it's the middle of next summer, and my name is still in the mix, and I'm one of the best 12, and that is our best team that needs to go out there and play. Then I'll play and I'll be a captain. And if I'm not, then I will just be a captain, and I will be perfectly fine doing that too. So, it's a long ways from now. We've got a lot of time, but I'm going to continue playing. I feel like my game's in a really good spot, and we'll kind of just see what happens over the next year or so.
You have played in a Solheim Cup overseas. What are the specific challenges as a captain that go into playing an overseas Solheim Cup?
It's very different. There's some aspects that I believe are a little bit easier, as far as, there's not quite as many people around you. It's a more intimate team experience. But it's also, the crowd will definitely not be on your side. You go over there trying to silence the crowd. So it has its challenges, but I also see it as a good thing, especially for some of our younger players that haven't won. I think it's a little bit easier than playing in the U.S., where, you have a ton of fans, a ton of family, and a lot of demands, that they can just go over there and play golf.
Going back to the last Solheim Cup, which the U.S. lost, what are the lessons from Inverness that you can use going into next year?
Oh gosh, there's a lot. I think, well, one is that it's close. I don't think we need to completely reinvent the wheel. I think we're really close. It's our players. I think that I want them to be in contention more opportunities to win golf tournaments. Just feeling that pressure, because the Solheim Cup is such intense pressure. I mean, it's the most they'll ever feel on the golf course. And some players, like myself, I never really quite figured it out as a player. But I want to help these players figure it out. I want to make the environment looser. I want them to have fun. I want it to be, off the golf course. I want them, acting like 20-year-olds and being kids and being goofy and being silly. And, where fun is at the top of my list, as far as what I want to accomplish, at the next Solheim Cup.
Now, Stacy, in 2024, the Solheim Cup goes back to an even year, so that means 2023 and 2024. Have you been told that you will be the captain for both 2023 and 2024?
No, we've just discussed 23, and I think that's good. I don't think you need to name another captain until after we play. Until after we play 23. I don't think we'll do that, but we'll also be, about this time next year, we'll probably be doing uniforms and getting some things ready for 24, whether I'm captain or not. So I don't know. It'll kind of be determined with how things go in 23. But if the opportunity is there, I can't say I would for sure do it, but I would definitely throw my name in the mix again.
Stacy, we were talking this morning about the emotions of the 2019 Solheim Cup, which you were forced to withdraw from because of back issues. What do you imagine the emotions are going to be like as a captain? And I just think back to last year, and Steve Stricker kind of had a hard time keeping a lid on his emotions. Have you put any thought into what it might be like?
You know, I really haven't. You know, I'll tell you this. I went to Inverness. You know, it was hard not playing in Scotland. But honestly, not getting picked for Inverness was probably worse. I was born in Toledo. My parents are from Toledo. You know, it just kind of felt like I was going to play there, and then I didn't get the opportunity. But I still went there as a captain because I felt like my team needed me, and I had the most fun I've ever had at a Solheim Cup. Just being able to be looser, to not stressing so much about the golf, and I just it was probably the best Solheim Cup I've ever had. So I expect Spain to kind of be on a similar path of, I get to kind of worry about all the other small stuff and then, just worry about having fun and enjoying the week and, celebrating these players and making sure they understand what an honor it is that they get to be one of 12 and how many little girls that they have looking up to them, hoping to be them one day.
As you open this new chapter, Stacy, you're already living in a new chapter as a mom. How do you think being a mother might inform your captaincy in a different way if you weren't a mom?
I mean, you could ask a lot of people around me. I'm a different person than I was 3 years ago. I don't let things get to me as easily. I'm more organized. I kind of compartmentalize things, and if I'm on the golf course, it's golf, and if I'm off, it's doing stuff with my family or whatever else it is. And just really knowing how to handle emotions and how to relate to the players. And my husband's as a college golf coach, and I see him interact with his girls and how he handles things on his team. And I think I can learn from that too. So, I've been fortunate. I have a lot of great coaches in my life, and I'm going to lean on them as well.
You just mentioned not getting picked for the last Solheim Cup team. Most captains will tell you making that phone call, either for a player who has been picked or hasn't been picked, is the hardest part of the job. Any thought of how you're going to handle that?
It is hard, and I've been on both sides. I got picked by Julie for Scotland, and I didn't get picked last year. So I know what that's like on both sides of it. And, my biggest thing is whether it's with the girls that make the team or whether the ones that don't, there's going to be a lot of communication. They're going to know what's going on. I don't want things to be a secret. They're going to know where they stand. And I'll call as many people as I need to call. And even if I have to tell 15 people that they're not going to get picked, I think, they at least deserve that phone call. And so, and encouraging them to go make the team for the next one too. That's what a lot of those phone calls are about. It's not about that team this year. It's about 24, 26 down the road. They're going to be those players on those teams. And so it's just encouraging them to keep working hard and make the next one.
Well, Stacy, you've long represented this game and the red, white, and blue with class and toughness. Congratulations on this wonderful honor.